Episode 6 of To Be Hero X, we get to delve further into the origin story of Yang, the actor, the new Isol. After saving young Pomelo from the kidnappers, he is thrust immediately into the limelight, gaining renown, status, glory, and most importantly, trust value. He's a certified superhero now. But even with this drastic, astronomical change, he remains the same. Diffident demeanor with a kind, caring, compassionate heart. He stands in stark contrast to the original, who is cold, distant, is the type of man who simply appears for promotional events, does not fight villains, recites speeches written by other people. He has no soul, which is ironic because he's called Isol. On the contrary, Yang is gregarious, effervescent, vivacious, takes time to take photos, smile, shake hands, wave with his fans. Because of these facts, he begins to steal troves of fans away from the original. Isol's company does not take kindly to this. Thus, they enact a scheme to defame our new hero, claiming everything was fictitious. He was in cahoots with the kidnappers. It was all a staged play, well executed, so he could put on the mantle of Isol for himself, fictitiously, erroneously. But thankfully for Yang, he has great friends. As soon as he became a hero, Shane brought him in onto his new company, a hero company. Also, Shia has been there every step of the way. While they're in the lab, Peter Parker style, constructing new costumes, which allow him to better utilize his electrification abilities, or being in the van while he's chasing after criminals. But most importantly, Shia was there when he was being accosted by the agents interrogating him and Isol's company attacking him for conjuring this fictitious stage play and becoming a hero, a false hero. No, Shia would not stand for this injustice. She refuted all of these claims, shouted back at their faces because she knew how honorable and truthful her friend is. Then Shane came in at the most crucial moment, saved the day with a piece of key evidence proving Yang was not lying. It was a true, genuine saving. He is a real hero. But he could not do this alone. He also had the support of Enlightener, which makes us aware we're going back in time. This is before the Commoner. This is before God's Eye, when Enlightener was truly a hero. It's nice to see the depth and build on Enlightener as a character, watching him truly save and be a hero for other people. We get to see him in both contexts, being a hero and a villain. But being saved from these lies and defamation brings some happiness, but does not last for long. Because unfortunately, one night, back at the hideout, the warehouse, Shane's trying on some of the new gear, new helmet, opens it up, thinks it's his friend's, turns out to be a hitman. He's shot dead in the face. Yang was there. He was so close, turned on his powers, running after him. But cannot save him. Here's my one gripe, because earlier in the episode, when he takes down some criminals, he goes a mile, a couple blocks down a city in a second, but he's uh, 50 meters away, 30 feet away. He's pretty close to Shane, yet he cannot get there in time before someone pulls a trigger. I doubt it. If he could travel 5, 3, 10 city blocks in a second or two, he could travel half a block in a couple milliseconds, hundreds of milliseconds. I don't find that believable, but regardless, we get an Uncle Ben moment, loses his friend. This has been a recurring theme throughout the series. Lynn also loses Moon in an Uncle Ben moment. It's nice to see this Marvel trope played out within anime. I don't see this superhero trope often within anime itself, so having an explicit example of it is actually refreshing. And it's done quite well, even if it is cliche a bit. We also get to learn more about Yang as a character, because while he's unlike the original Isul, who cannot take off his mask, he's the same because he cannot take off his mask when it truly matters. He can take it off for a crowd of adoring fans, but he can't take it off for the girl he loves. Be honest, be courageous with himself, open up, tell her how he feels. A lifetime of having zero trust value, no one placing trust in him, has made him have the most crippling insecurity, has no self esteem, no self worth. He can't tell the girl he loves her. And after Shane dies, wearing the mask of the hero that he aspired to be, that he idolized his entire life, because he took off his mask for the crowds, I don't think he's going to take it off again. That's going to be his arc. He's going to revert. He's going to become the same cold, distant person the original Isol is. He had to learn the lesson the hard way. He had to have the Uncle Ben moment. And maybe throughout the show later, he'll come around full circle and finally have that catharsis moment of being courageous and honest towards Shia and telling her how he feels. But I think it might be a long ride. That's it for the episode. Let me know what you guys thought. Peace.